Mars in Cancer in the first house in astrology involves a mix of planet Mars, Cancer zodiac, and the first house. Mars represents energy and aggression. When in Cancer, this energy tends to manifest emotionally. The individual is sensitive and protective, with a strong emotional drive. They may respond fiercely when their loved ones are threatened, and are often very driven towards creating a secure home life. The first house signifies self, identity, physical appearance, and first impressions. Mars in the first house indicates assertiveness and strong willpower, which, combined with Cancer's emotional sensitivity, may lead these individuals to be defensive or reactive. In relationships, people with Mars in Cancer in the first house often have a nurturing nature. They can be emotionally intense and protective about their partners. This combination can make them susceptible to mood swings that impact relationships. Career-wise, these individuals might excel in jobs that involve taking care of others. They could be successful in professions such as nursing, real estate, or cooking due to their protective and nurturing nature and desire for a secure home. The main strength of this placement is a high level of emotional intelligence and a strong drive to protect loved ones. However, challenges may include emotional reactions or mood swings leading to potential conflicts. A personal growth lesson for individuals with Mars in Cancer in the first house could be learning to control emotional reactivity. They may benefit from understanding that they cannot protect everyone from everything. Balancing their emotional intensity with rationality is crucial. Mars in Cancer in the second house indicates a defensive and resourceful person. They have strong instincts to protect and nurture, often driven by emotional motivations. They are excellent caregivers, always there for loved ones in need. However, mood swings could be a regular occurrence as their emotions rule their actions. This astrological placement tends to make a person attach sentimental value to their possessions. However, they often struggle with the typical Cancerian's insecurity, which might lead them to fear financial instability. They work hard to build a secure home and financial stability, driven by the desire to protect and nourish their families. In relationships, they are caring and passionately protective of their partners. They crave emotional security in relationships and might struggle if they perceive a lack of emotional depth from their partners. Career-wise, they may be drawn to professions that involve caring for others such as healthcare, nutrition, or real estate. Strengths include their nurturing and protective nature, dedication to family, and remarkable resilience. However, challenges can arise from their mood swings, overly defensive nature, and their fear of instability, which can lead to stubbornness. As for personal growth lessons, learning to control their emotional reactions to perceived threats is essential. They should aim to cultivate emotional stability and channel their powerful feelings into their work constructively. They may also need to grapple with learning how to let go of possessions that no longer serve their overall growth. When someone has Mars in Cancer in the third house, their actions are fueled by their emotions. They express aggression subtly, being defensive rather than direct. A challenge here involves managing volatile emotions. They must learn to react thoughtfully, not impulsively. This placement may lead to like-minded friendships, but relationships can be testing. They often attract partners who awaken their nurturing instincts, sometimes creating dependency. However, they are loyal, devoted, and protective once they feel secure. In terms of careers, they thrive in environments where they feel emotionally secure. Fields that arouse their passion for learning and emphasize communication are ideal. Examples might include counseling, teaching, or writing. Their intuitive nature may prompt them towards careers that deal with the past, for instance, history or archaeology. Their strength lies in their intellectual curiosity and emotional intelligence. They have a unique ability to connect with others on a deeper emotional level. They are empathetic listeners and are good at persuading others with their words. Their emotional receptivity makes them skillful at understanding others' motivations. Their growth journey demands balance, learning when to engage emotions and when to employ reason. Mastering their emotional energy can become their greatest personal achievement. They should avoid tendencies to become over-involved emotionally and should learn to detach when necessary. By doing this, they can better navigate their personal and professional life successfully and harmoniously. With Mars in Cancer in the 4th house, there's a drawn towards emotional security and a strong desire for a safe and secure home environment. This person often puts a lot of energy into family and home life. They may be very protective of loved ones, and can be passionate when it comes to matters of home and hearth. Emotions can rule actions, and passion can vary with mood swings, which can be a challenge. In relationships, they may act in a nurturing and caring way, but they can also be sensitive, necessitating communication about emotional needs. These individuals can be fiercely protective of their partners, potentially leading to possessiveness. It's important for them to respect their partner's emotional space. In a career, jobs related to home, real estate, and family can be especially fulfilling. The ability to empathize with others can also lead them towards a career in counseling or psychology. However, their mood swings can impact their work, especially in high-stress jobs. Strengths of this placement include empathy, being supportive, and being able to create a welcoming environment. They also have the ability to use their intuitive feelings to guide decision-making. On the other hand, challenges include emotional volatility, an overarching desire for security, and a tendency towards being overprotective. For personal growth, learn to manage mood swings and remember not everyone needs protection. Also, understand that emotional vulnerability can be a strength, not a weakness. Mars in Cancer in the 5th house suggests a passionate, protective, and creative personality. The individual likely finds joy and excitement in nurturing others and may be active in projects related to home, family, or arts. This placement also indicates strong emotional resilience and intuition. In relationships, this person tends to be loving, devoted yet somewhat possessive. They express their feelings through actions rather than words and often attach a strong emotional significance to their bonds. This can lead to them being overly protective towards their loved ones. The person might have issues dealing with their own emotional vulnerabilities and could have mood swings. Career-wise, arts, real estate, family counseling or any profession that requires an intuitive understanding of others are opportune fields. They can excel in roles where caring or nurturing is required. They are also able to bring creativity and emotional intelligence to their work. Strengths of this placement include a strong nurturing instinct, creativity, persistence, and a protective attitude. Challenges might include being overly reactive, struggling with letting go, and a tendency to be mood-dependent. Personal growth can come from learning to balance emotions, avoiding unnecessary conflicts, and developing emotional independence. By understanding that not everyone requires their shield, they can reduce feelings of frustration and alienation. They can further grow by expressing their creativity and innovative ideas, instead of holding back due to emotional fears. Ultimately, this placement prompts them to learn how to be genuinely nurturing while also allowing others to nurture in their own style. Having Mars in Cancer in the 6th house suggests core personality traits of being emotionally driven, empathetic, and highly intuitive. These individuals value security and are typically excellent at sensing and addressing the needs of others. They are sensitive and protective, often acting as a supportive figure in their relationships. They pride themselves on being reliable and dependable, valuing connections that are stable and nurturing. In relationships, these individuals can be highly emotional and caring, often harboring a desire to express their emotions protectively. They are likely to seek partners who provide emotional support and understand their deep emotional connection. However, their high sensitivity may also make them prone to mood swings and emotional confusion. Career-wise, fields such as healthcare, social work, or anything to do with service or care for others may be satisfying, given their compassionate nature and keen instinct for helping others. They have a habit of putting others before themselves, hence finding fulfillment in roles that allow them to utilize these traits can be rewarding. Strengths for this placement include their emotional intelligence, intuition, ability to empathize and nurture, as well as their tenacity when offering care and support. Challenges, however, might manifest in the form of emotional instability, difficulty expressing anger healthily, being overly defensive, and potential issues with codependency. Personal growth lessons revolve around learning to balance their emotional needs with their practical ones, practicing emotional regulation, and setting healthy boundaries in relationships. They must also learn to assert themselves, better express their aggression, and channel their powerful emotions in constructive ways. Mars in Cancer in the 7th house creates a personality that craves emotional connection and stability. These individuals have a natural instinct to protect and support those they love. They prefer a calm and secure environment, showing great tenacity when it comes to defending their home and family. In relationships, their approach is nurturing and thoughtful. They value emotional honesty and expect the same from their partners. They thrive in partnerships that provide emotional security, and love deeply and passionately. They typically display sensitivity and put the needs of their partners first. However, this can sometimes lead to them becoming overly protective or manipulative, leading to friction. As for potential career influences, these individuals might be drawn to careers that allow them to nurture and care for others. Counseling, healthcare, real estate, or any field that involves helping others to feel secure and taken care of, could resonate with them. Strengths associated with this placement include loyalty, determination, nurturing, and sensitivity. They have the fortitude to face obstacles head-on, making them reliable friends and partners. The main challenge they face is learning to manage their emotions and tendency to be overly protective. In terms of personal growth, they must learn to balance their desire to protect with the understanding that others have their own paths and lessons to learn. This would require themselves to allow vulnerability, patience, and independence for their loved ones. They should practice setting healthy boundaries to prevent emotional manipulation and burnout. Overall, Mars in Cancer in the 7th house signifies a compassionate, nurturing, and protective personality. However, emotional control and setting healthy boundaries are key for personal growth and mental well-being. Mars in Cancer in the 8th house signals an intensely emotional and driven individual. This placement fosters a deep, intuitive understanding of complex emotions and shared resources. These people pay careful attention to their deepest desires and hidden truths, using this knowledge to make strides in their personal and professional lives. In terms of relationships, their intuition makes them extremely sensitive to their partner's needs. Intimacy, both emotional and physical, is highly important to them. They crave deep, transformative relationships. However, they may struggle with trust and vulnerability, causing potential tension in partnerships. Career-wise, they thrive in professions involving deep research, psychology, finance, or occult sciences. Their skill in understanding complexities makes them excellent in these fields. Yet, they may sometimes become too emotionally involved in their work, causing stress. Strengths include emotional depth, intuition, empathy, and determination. They see beneath surface-level matters and can leverage this in a myriad of ways. But their intense emotions can also be a challenge. They might face emotional turmoil, possessiveness, and difficulty letting go of past hurts. Personal growth involves learning to trust more and manage their strong emotions in a healthier way. They need to understand that it's okay to be vulnerable and opening up doesn't mean losing control. By doing so, they'll experience more fulfilling relationships and a more balanced emotional state. Having Mars in Cancer in the 9th house suggests a personality that is driven by emotional intuition, with desires geared towards personal growth and exploration. This placement indicates a passionate, sometimes emotionally charged, idealism. They are daydreamers, visionaries with big plans. Individuals with this placement often rely on their gut feelings when making choices. Their desire to engage with the world is fueled by the need to understand and connect with others emotionally rather than intellectually. In relationships, these individuals can be protective and nurturing, often going to great lengths to ensure the well-being of their loved ones. They may, however, struggle with displaying their emotions openly, preferring to keep them under wraps. This can lead to internal turmoil and misunderstandings in intimate partnerships. Potential career influences include a natural inclination towards occupations where they can use their intuition and ability to connect deeply with Othersa. Fields like psychology, philosophy, or even spiritual and humanitarian work may appeal to them. Teaching or traveling in order to learn and spread knowledge can be a fulfilling path. Strength-wise, their emotional intuition makes them excellent at understanding people, situations, and changes, giving them an edge in professions dealing with humans or risky situations. Their explorative nature fuels continuous learning and adaptability. Speaking of challenges, their emotionally driven decisions may sometimes lead to irrational choices. They may also struggle with expressing feelings, which can sometimes appear as moodiness. Personal growth lessons can come through learning to express their emotions more openly, employing logical balance in their decision-making processes, and learning to keep their high ideals in check with reality. This ensures a With Mars in Cancer in the 10th house, one is likely to possess an intense drive for their career. They are often dedicated and hardworking, with an ability to pursue their career goals with persistence and sensitivity. This position suggests a career in caregiving, real estate, or anything that allows expressing care and protecting others. In relationships, they can be protective and nurturing, often displaying an emotional style of assertiveness. Conflicts could arise when they feel their security threatened, as they tend to take things personally. Though their reactions might seem defensive, they prefer to avoid confrontation and maintain harmony. Strengths include resilience, emotional intelligence, and a strong bond with family and tradition. Handling professional responsibility with personal involvement is a standout quality. Career-wise, they often gain status and recognition, as they have a unique ability to cater to public needs or collective sentiments. Challenges include oversensitivity to criticism and occasional mood swings. The need for emotional security could lead the way to excessive caution in decision-making, causing missed opportunities. Structures and routines could make them feel trapped, thereby limiting their potential. Growth is experienced when one learns not to react impulsively to perceived threats, mastering emotions effectively. By realizing the power in vulnerability and tuning it into their strength, they can manage adversity. Practicing patience and finding non-confrontational methods in resolving conflicts will help develop stronger relationships professionally and personally. With Mars in Cancer in the 11th house, the individual is likely to exhibit a passionate and protective nature, especially in regards to their friendships and social groups. In relationships, this individual seeks emotional connection and loyalty, with an instinctive urge to protect their loved ones. The 11th house pertains to friendships, hopes, and dreams. So, this Mars in Cancer person will often act based on their emotional connection to their group and their passion to achieve their collective dreams. Their actions and initiatives are driven by empathy and a desire to nurture others. They fight for causes that matter to them, especially if they affect their friends or the community. However, this sensitivity can also pose challenges. They may become overly defensive, reacting strongly to perceived threats to their emotional security or their friends. They need to learn to balance their protective instincts with the need for individual freedom within friendships and group dynamics. As for career influences, these individuals may be drawn to professions where they can take care of others, such as healthcare or counseling. They could also excel in social causes or activism, given their strong emotional investment in their social network and community. Strengths of this placement include empathy, loyalty, and passion. The challenges involve managing strong emotional responses and defensiveness. The journey of personal growth for them lies in achieving a balance between caring for others and allowing independence. Overall, Mars in Cancer in the 11th house suggests a deeply emotional, protective, and socially oriented individual. Having Mars in Cancer in the 12th house signifies an individual who is likely guided by an inner emotional intensity. This placement can often point to individuals who possess a lot of emotional energy and passion dedicated toward serving others, especially those who aren't able to help themselves. In relationships, these folks might be nurturing and protective, yet often struggle articulating their feelings openly. Instead, they're likely to keep conflicts private, and potentially hold on to emotional grievances. This can lead to passive-aggressive behavior since Mars represents our impulse to act, and Cancer seeks safety in emotional realms. When it comes to career, these individuals might thrive in fields requiring intuition, empathy, and a service-oriented mindset. They might excel in areas like healthcare, counseling, or artistic fields where they can channel their rich inner world. An associated strength with this placement is the ability to understand and empathize with others' emotions. These individuals may also be deeply self-reflective, contributing to a rich inner life. However, the challenges might entail difficulty dealing with confrontations, expressing anger appropriately, and a tendency towards secrecy. Lessons for personal growth might involve learning to manage and express their emotions more clearly. They might benefit from exploration of personal fears, anxieties, and subconscious issues, possibly through activities such as counseling or meditation. In so doing, their sensitive energy could be redirected positively for both personal growth and serving others.